welcome to the podcast crew. Today we have Ashley.
Hello.
Hi, Ashley.
How are you doing?
I'm still vertical. That's what I like to claim. I mean, I'm sitting, but I am still vertical typically most of the time.
So that's good, right?
So tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, what's your business? What do you do?
Well, I'm the owner and licensed massage therapist with Garden of Healing Massage in Maple Grove. I've been doing massage for about 6 years now. Started everything before COVID, and then COVID happened, and then the world shut down for a while. So we couldn't do anything, especially like hairstylists and everything like that. Getting back into massage, I was then a noob, having to relearn everything again because we were not able to really work for about a year. So imagine getting out into the world to do what, you went to school for, and then you're doing it for a few months and then everything shuts down. So you're just educating yourself more for reading and trying to figure out different modalities. You can't work on anyone.
Right.
So you have to...
Did you have like a dummy or something?
I would ask my neighbor.
Get the ironing board out.
Hey, you want a free massage? I mean, I'll wear a mask and everything, but I gotta like practice or something. So I did that for a while. I decided to make my own business in 2022, where I actually started in Hopkins, Minnesota. I worked for a bunch of different spas in the area for Maple Grove. Lots of high-end spas that I decided I didn't really want to work for them anymore because I chose...
Was it that attitude thing? Because you say
lots
high-end.
Of cattiness.
So, yeah.
Lots of cattiness. And I wanted to give services to people that do need it, like on a monthly or weekly basis versus, oh yeah, like get a membership and come see me next month.
So people that just expected it versus people that really
actually need
are seeking you out for it.
I enjoy doing that more. I actually have a background in healthcare. I was a PCA for my son. That's what basically inspired me to do massage, was to help him with his muscle spasms that he had. Which then getting into massage more and working with different people, I understood that a lot of more people could use and benefit this versus just as I get this once a month or once a year or every 5 years as a gift to myself. I did notice that there was a lot of people that actually benefited from it. So that's kind of why I dug more deeper into doing massage versus staying within a spa and just see you guys whenever I see you sort of thing.
And so your spa is like a retail setup?
So I am
right?
one person. I'm a one-woman band.
One-woman band. I like it.
So, I have a suite in Maple Grove. That it's not retail or anything like that. I have set up to where you come in and you actually can feel stress lifting off of you. So, like, I have green walls where...
Soothing.
Yeah, soothing. I have a flower wall that kind of brings in a little bit more of the calmness.
So you set the ambiance.
Yeah, you got to.
Right? Yeah.
Things happen sometimes, a light will go out or you knock some things over when you're trying to maneuver in an area and, things happen sometimes.
Right. So. Make light of it at the...
Yeah. I laugh majority of the time. You can ask my colleagues over here of what I do. Other than that, I enjoy what I do a lot. I find a peace in it.
Who is your ideal client?
I really don't have an ideal client. I like helping anyone that needs it. So I'm a huge giver. I'm a big empath. So like when I have someone that's coming into me and they're saying, I have fibromyalgia, I have MS, I have this going on. I get back spasms. I have TMJ. And I listen to them. So, like, what I tell all my clients and I say, this sounds rude. I'm listening to everything you're telling me. The moment that I leave my space to come back in to work on you, everything you told me goes out the window. Because now I'm not listening to you, your voice, I'm listening to what your body says. So you could tell me, oh, I have low back pain. And I start working on you. I'm like, yeah, I know why you have low back pain. Because you don't take care of your feet. You don't take care of any of your lower extremities. And you're overdoing it. You're not stretching. You're not making time for yourself.
So would it be safe to say it's a more holistic
Yeah.
approach?
It's better than, I would say, going to a doctor and telling them, I'm in pain.
Right.
Here's a prescription. See you in a few days. I mean, I don't operate that way. If I notice that there's something I cannot do for a person, I recommend they see someone else. I can't refer people for say, but like if I notice that, oh, you haven't been to a chiro in about 5 years, I would maybe look into seeking one to see if they can give you a little bit more relief than what I can do. Or have you ever thought about checking in with a chiro and then kind of doubling up with chiro and massage? Like, see me before you see them. It'll help them adjust you better. Vice versa. But unfortunately, people do what they would like.
They're always going to do, which is to get advice and not take it necessarily.
People are people.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
Are you able to work like with insurance plans, because that kind of falls into that scope with the chiropractic? I mean,
yes and no. So in Minnesota, we live in a wonderful state that they have not given massage therapists a state license. So like hair has a license for what, 2 to 3 years, I believe. I'm not 100% sure on that anymore. Massage, any city that I go to, I have to get a license that I have to renew every single year. So
is that continuing education then as well, or is it just pay a fee and
continue working, pretty much,
and keep good graces?
Basically, don't mess up, pretty much. I do try to get myself in for continuing education, but with Minnesota, it's not like it's going to help enhance my license, unfortunately. So I do that for more of the educational value and so that I can gain more and can do more for my clients. Other than that, it depends. It really depends. Like, it's a hit and miss. Some counties and cities you don't need a license. Some you do. I've been in Maple Grove since I started massage, and I've always kept my license up to date. I have been to one other place, which was Hopkins. But it really depends on where you go. A lot of different cities have different requirements. Some allow massage therapists to work alone. So like what I do in Maple Grove. Some cities do not allow that. You have to be either under a chiropractor or a physical therapist. Yep.
Wow. I was not aware of that.
There's a lot that people aren't aware of in our state, or in general with massage. And that's okay. I also like educating people, especially my prenatal clients, my pregnant moms. I love educating in general just so that they understand what they're getting into. They understand what I'm working on, and that they are also understanding that continuing to make their self a priority helps them in the long run.
So even though you don't have an ideal client, it sounds like you have a heart for the prenatal.
Yep.
So you do have an ideal client.
Not necessarily. No.
Oh.
I love everyone,
yeah.
but
if you had to pick, I'm putting you on the spot here. You got to pick your favorite client.
Okay, so a favorite client if I lived in California. and I worked out like movie stars. Cool.
Okay.
But then I got to deal with their attitudes, and I would prefer to not.
Back to the uppity.
I would prefer to not.
All right. Fair enough. All right. So you're in a unique field. What do you do to get your name out there? How do you find your clients?
A lot of it's word of mouth. A lot of it's word of mouth. I actually did a lot of Groupons starting, which isn't always ideal. But it does bring clients in. Not necessarily the clients I would like, but it's a start. It's something. I mean, you got to start somewhere, right?
Right. And get your name out there.
Exactly. Where I am located, I am technically competing with bigger spas, which it's a little bit harder to get your name out there because you have so many different people, so many huge spas in one area that kind of suck everything up for an individual business owner.
Right. So you have to overcome their shortcomings.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
So I work with people, like I offer military discounts for
awesome.
Our military personnel, discounts for teachers because teachers definitely need it. They work with our kids that run them crazy every single day until June.
Can relate to that.
Exactly. And then I do offer for our first responders because during COVID, everyone got crapped on a little bit, all different people. And I just decided, in order to give back, this is what I wanted to do, is give back that way.
That's awesome. So first responders and veterans and
teachers, of course.
And teachers.
They deserve it.
I used to work with the Homes for Heroes program, if you're familiar with that, in Brooklyn Center. So good people to maybe get in touch with.
Okay. I'll definitely have to do that. You got to write that down for me.
I can do that.
To me, massage is more of me giving back because I have a natural sense of healing. So I prefer to give people that gift and not expect anything in return. Although funds are nice. We're not going to lie, right? Funds are nice. But
we're not a nonprofit, right?
No. I wish, but no. So I do try to get out and volunteer at certain places like Brooklyn Park Fire Department. I wanted to get in there to kind of help and do a little bit of chair massage for some of the firefighters, but it's a little hard to collaborate because
get somebody to agree to do it, and then timing and everything.
Oh yeah, and seeing who's there, and busy schedules, and when they have to leave and then come back.
Right.
So that's been a little difficult.
But your heart is there.
Yeah. It's something I would love to do.
All right.
Would love to do.
As we close, what's one piece of inspiration that drives you that can benefit others?
Being kind to others. Just
the golden rule.
Understanding that everyone has stuff going on in life. It doesn't make them a bad person. It doesn't make them uncaring. But just showing kindness and actually showing that kindness is what...
in return.
Yeah. Versus you show the kindness to feel better about yourself. Versus actually showing kindness to show that to people that you're not a crappy person.
That's awesome.
Gotta try, right?
Gotta do it.
Hey, it's Will with the Podcast Crew team. Spotlight is a vidcast shot at the Podcast Crew Studios in Minneapolis. We would love for you to be our guest. Email us at the email address on your screen below to get a copy of the upcoming schedule. It's free, it's easy, and it's a great way to try out a podcast or a vidcast with our pro team. We do an in-person, in-studio version if you're in the Twin Cities area, and also an online version if you're somewhere else. We'd love to have you, hear your story, and help you start your podcast journey. Thanks. Get in touch today.